This is Andi Purewal, Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're in London. It's open workout day and I'm joined by Richard Riakporhe. Richard, firstly, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. How are you doing? Good?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. My wire just got caught on my tripod there, but yeah, obviously we're here. Fabio Turchi, the man next up for yourself. The next step in your career. Why now? Why Fabio Turchi?
It just made sense. Career-wise, he was ranked up in the IBF. We wanted to target somebody in the top 10 where we can progress further, and it seemed like Fabio Turchi was perfect because IBF they made it an eliminator, so we thought, yeah, it makes so much sense. So that's why we're here now.
We've obviously seen some explosive performances from yourself since you teamed up with Sky. What would you make of your journey together with them so far?
Yeah, it's been amazing. You know, it's been really exciting. From a very long time ago, prior to me being on the stage, I always wanted to be boxing on Sky Sports, and I wanted to be a Sky Sports fighter. And now I'm living my dreams, and it's even better that they've backed me fully. And me growing up and coming up in the game, I didn't really get that backing, if you know what I mean. So it doesn't make things feel better. And even though I still have to do my job in the ring, but it's a good feeling to know that, you know, they're behind me.
Just talk me back through your last fight, Richard. Reflect on your performance for me.
Yeah, my performance was decent. You know, we got the job done. Dion is a very tricky opponent, and we had a short period of time to prepare for an opponent like Dion. But you know, we got the job done, and big respect to Dion. Dion showed serious heart, you know, getting put down and getting back up and continue to fight. And you know, he was doing his thing. You know, you have to give him credit. There's a lot of things that I've taken from the fight, things that I did wrong, that I'm going to implement in this fight. So I'm looking forward to this fight as well, so I can get things right which I got wrong in the Dion Juma fight.
I remember looking at social media when the fight was ongoing, and a lot of people kind of had it close scoring wise up until you stopped him. Did you feel like it was a close fight up until that point?
Yeah, there were some rounds. Yeah, I would definitely have given him some rounds, and but I did feel like I was ahead, and I was planning to pick up further for the last championship rounds. You know, I had a lot more in me.
This fight with Fabio, then, what are you hoping to show everybody? What type of fight should everybody expect?
You know, I just want to, you know, everybody knows what type of fighter I am. I'm explosive, but I've got a lot more potential, you know, and, you know, obviously everybody's seen certain performances from me, but believe me when I tell you, you know, you can't judge me on that. I've got so much more to show you. So everybody's going to see, everybody must tune in the 11th of June.
Obviously people will remember his fight with Tommy McCarthy, a close split decision loss in that one. How much of that have you looked back on, or have you not bothered to look back at that because obviously he's fought a few times since? Yeah,
he's fought a few times since, and he's put on some good performances. You know, he's an opponent that I respect. He's dangerous, so we've taken him very, very seriously. But to be fair, you know, you can only say, you know, some fighters are only as good as their last performance, and he's had a few performances after that, some better. So I wouldn't judge him on that. So yeah.
Provided June 11th goes to plan, Richard, what next for you? You mentioned obviously this one's highly ranked there with the IBF. Are you pushing towards world honours, or is the CBS rematch a possibility? I know that you're on different platforms, but is it something which you consider? I know you've got the win over him, but because of your time away from the ring and where Chris's career has gone since, it is again could be built up into a very good fight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I'm always open, you know, to these fights. I have I have pure confidence in myself, and I know I can deal with all of these guys that I put in front of me. You know, I was created differently, you know, really blessed genetically, and with heart and will. You know, I know what I'm capable of. That'll be a great fight for the boxing fans. You know, I know the boxing fans will love that, and you just never know. We may even fight for a vacant world title. You know, who knows, man? And that'll be a great, you know, there's nothing like the domestic clashes. Everybody knows that. So, yeah, I'm ready to get on. I'm here for a good time and a fun time.
I thought you were going to say he's here for a good time, not a long time, then, Richard. No, I'm glad you're in. Richard, obviously you mentioned kind of the excitement people have around domestic clashes. We saw a big one this past weekend, Joshua Bout, Craig Richards. Yeah. I know you'd have had your eye on it. What did you make of their fight?
Yeah, that was a great fight. You know, both of them, I know them very well. Both of them are friends of mine. and I didn't really want to give my opinions on the fight. I just wanted them to get paid, and make sure that they have their health intact. When they leave the ring, and that was the most important thing. And that's what they did. They made money, and they were sweet afterwards. And it was a good fight. It showed that you know what, Craig showed a lot of heart, and he stepped up. He was really going for it. And one thing that I commend the Bout team for was their defense. The defense was really good for that fight. And plus his double jab as well, I think he was quite effective in that fight. But yeah, I still think that there's a lot still in the future. There's still a lot more for Craig Richards. That just showed them what levels they are on, and we're going to see much more from both of them. And obviously, congratulations to Bout.
There's obviously no doubting that Craig's stock, it hasn't gone down. He's just kind of, if anything, he's been elevated on the back of such a good performance once again. And he had already gone up on the back of Dimitri Bivol's win against Canelo, because people could kind of take more away from Craig's performance in that fight. But on Josh's front, do you feel like he's ready for a world title now? Obviously, Canelo and Golovkin will have their trilogy bout. Dimitri Bivol will be without an opponent next. If that fight could be agreed, would Josh Buatsi be ready for Dimitri Bivol, in your opinion?
Absolutely. I feel like he will definitely be ready. You can see the fine-tuned Buatsi, the defense, the double jab. He was doing everything that he needed to do in that fight. Nice body shots, mixing up and down. He's ready. He's definitely ready. If he's not ready now, then when? When will he be ready? He doesn't need no more. He can jump straight in. I've got full faith in him that he can do the job.
Richard, just before I let you go, I'm going to leave a final word to yourself. Is there anything you'd like to say to the fans, your followers, your supporters, your sponsors, anything ahead of June 11th?
Yeah, big shout out to everybody that's been supporting me so far. The Palace fans, my team, Loughborough Sport, everybody that's been working with me, Joe, Rich, up in Loughborough, they've been doing an amazing job with me, Angel Fernandez, and a lot of people in the background, family, close friend Duncan, everybody has been really helping me, And also Ben Shalom, John Wish, Sky Sports. Big shouts out to everybody.
I just want to squeeze two more out of you. As you mentioned Angel there, just talk to me about that link up and how much do you feel you've improved under Angel's guidance and his stewardship?
That's a question for you. You tell me. Have I improved? I'm still winning, so that's the most important thing. And maybe winning in better fashion. I do believe that I have definitely improved. My boxing IQ has improved. I was a bit wild before, didn't really know what I was doing, but I could fight. But now I'm starting to understand on another level, on a deeper level, what I'm doing. I'm watching boxing a bit more. 100% is definitely shown. I'm taking a lot of fights, solid fights, and I'm coming out without scratches, you know what I mean? Really good. So I definitely believe I'm being super.
It's obviously a talented gym, mate. You're training alongside Fraser, Anthony Joshua as well. What's it like training alongside those guys, and how much do you feel they're bringing you on as well?
Yeah, man, Josh, being around them, a two-time heavyweight world champion, people don't get that opportunity. And just understanding the mindset, the experiences that he's been through, it's a privilege and an honor for me to be in and around him, and for him to trust me with information. And it's one of those things. I've taken a lot of things on, and I'm so thankful, and I show gratitude when I can. That's why I always talk about Joshua and the team, and I believe that there's some big things coming, and he's going to definitely win that fight against Usyk.
So I was about to ask you, how is he looking ahead of this rematch with Alexander? And it's been quite a simple question I've asked everybody. How does he need to approach it? Is it as simple as just being more aggressive, or is there more to it?
Yeah, of course there's more to it. Usyk is probably one of the best technical fighter in the world. He's flipping. He's got the mindset, he's got the skills, he's got the experience, he's got a lot of things on AJ, but he's a human being, like everybody. He's a human, everybody bleeds, everybody can get beat. It's just that simple. And genetically, Joshua has been blessed, so he just needs to utilize that, and that's it.
Now, what will be my final question for Richard, I promise you that. Obviously, there was a video circulating over the last few days of Anthony kind of having a few words exchanged with some students up there in Loughborough. I'm sure you've seen it. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it and kind of what happened around that entire situation.
Yeah, it's just, you know, sometimes you need to stick on people, man. Yes, I did, man. You just need to stick on people, you know. It's just, you know what? I think the kid, he just reminds me of, you know, them Twitter warriors. You know, the people behind social media. They're tweeting, they're dissing, they're throwing shade. But these guys don't have the guts. They don't have the heart to say it to a man in front of his face. So when you get confronted, that's what happens. You melt. You melt like ice cube on a hot day, you know. And that's just what happened there. And it was actually really funny. A lot of my friends were messaging me saying, yeah, they love to see this side of Asia. It's like the organic AJ, you know. People don't really normally get to see that part, but yeah, like straight, they deserve to get stuck on them, in my opinion, you know. And it goes out to, that should be a message as well to them guys that's always tweeting in the comments, always trying to make jokes to get a bit of attention. You know, if you're not going to say it to somebody's face, then don't say it at all. You know what I mean? Because where we come from, where we grew up, you know, you wouldn't last a day. You know what I mean? You wouldn't last a day. So, you know, just be real with yourself. Be honest with yourself. If you're not going to do it to a man's face and to a heavyweight world champion, then just don't do it at all. You know what I mean? Just don't do it at all. But you know, it is what it is.
Right, Richard. We will leave that there now. I appreciate your time. Good luck on June 11th.
Cheers. Thank you, bro.